16?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's episode 16 is what we're going into right now.
Mm-hmm.
We're doing Hardheaded podcast episode number 16. We have
And Brandon.
And Ellis.
and John as always, and talk about a couple of things today. So, what's been going on, guys? We missed last week, so
Yeah.
what's up? What's new?
Nothing. Work schedule's getting changed, so that's about it.
To
Later,
daytime or
no, nighttime still.
Okay.
It's longer hours.
Oh, well, that's good, isn't it?
Good and bad, yeah. Only because we're starting earlier and then ending later, so.
So you make more money and have less time to spend it in.
Yep.
So that's good.
And can't sleep.
Welcome to growing up.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, yeah, speaking of that, speaking of not being able to sleep in your nighttime hours, oh, it's gone. That news story's gone. I came across a news story that basically said that men that work graveyard shifts have less sex ability, like libido.
So that sucks. So I'm not worried about that.
Erectile dysfunction is a key factor in the hours you work as a youth.
Huh. Well, I'm good at that department, so.
Yeah, but in 20 years working graveyard, now you're going to be, a limp dick
Well,
eventually.
I won't be 20 years in graveyard, trust me.
All right. What's new with you, Els?
Just working a little bit. Things have slowed down for a little while. Think about trying to find something on the side, to compensate for that. But other than that, just hang out with a couple lady friends every now and then. It's always fun. And,
I wouldn't say that. If some of them listen to this, then I don't know, man.
I don't use names.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, nothing's really going on new here. Had a couple of shoots recently, and that's about it. So.
Nice.
But, we got, since we missed last week, the big news story was your buddy, James Comey,
Yep.
who you absolutely loved last July when he came out and said that Hillary Clinton did no wrong and that no reasonable prosecutor would do anything. And all the Democrats loved him, and they thought this was the greatest guy and was going to be there forever and was the head of the FBI, and how good that man stood his ground and stuff like that. And then... Then he basically re-said in October, right before the election, that no, she kind of still is under investigation. We filed these other emails. And then now, now that he is fired by Trump, and because Trump fired him, all the Democrats are up in arms again.
Yep. It's a vicious cycle.
Yeah, so it's
all
once
it is.
again, it goes to the, is it your Democratic platform to just oppose everything Trump does?
Yes.
Okay. There
That's
it is.
all I do, yeah.
There it is. See, problem solved. So that's what we've all known. That's the whole problem with this. Anything he does, he could cure cancer, and the Democrats would find something wrong with it. He could end world hunger, and the Democrats would find something wrong with it.
But
just because it's him.
that's a flip side of Republicans, too. But Obama's president, same thing.
Well,
Same exact thing.
no, because a lot of Republicans worked with Obama on certain things. On certain things, it's a give and take for the most part.
Right.
Yes, the healthcare thing that Obama passed, Obamacare, he went behind the Republicans' back, had secret meetings with all the Democrats, passed it basically in the middle of the night, no Republican votes for it. So the Republicans now turned around and did the same thing with their healthcare bill. They got no Democrat vote and everything like that. And I think that's bullshit because that's sports politics.
Yeah.
That's your team, my team, and nobody wins. So there's a huge problem with that. But Republicans did work with Obama on other things. As of it is right now, no Democrats even reaching across the aisle to work with any Republican, any Trump official at all on anything. And I don't see that's going to change.
Probably won't.
It probably won't at all. Because they feel so slighted and they have no idea why they lost still. They've lost touch with the American people. They're just they're coastists. They're left coast, east coast, and that's right coast, east coast, west coast. That's it.
Yep.
They lost more. There's more states that are Republican governors now. There's more state. There's overwhelmingly so. The Democrats vote. Well, Trump didn't win the popular vote. Well, one, we don't have a contest for the popular vote. Two, what popular vote? What if you took it down to states? Who wins the most states?
Yeah.
Okay, make all states equal on electoral votes. Who wins most states? Trump.
Yeah.
Who wins the most counties? Trump.
Trump.
So just because if he didn't win, I think it comes down to like a couple of counties. I think like L.A. County and whatever, like San Francisco County is in. I forget the county name of it up there.
Marin County.
Marin County. Mm-hmm. If he doesn't win if Hillary doesn't win Marin County and Los Angeles County,
She's fucked.
she didn't win the popular vote.
Yeah.
So she only had the popular vote by 2 counties.
Right. Okay.
That's-
I mean, she lost to Jobu. I mean,
Exactly. So, I don't get the. So why don't we work with this guy now and move on?
You, payback. That's what it is.
Yeah, but that's bullshit. But that's not good.
Payback.
That's not good for America.
I know. It's like you keep on doing this, and let's get like a Green Party member or something like that. Because Republicans and Democrats, they always butt heads. It'll be the same cycle, and let's get someone else in there, like a Green Party do or something. That's the only way it's going to change.
Well, I mean, right now it's a bad time to be like that from both parties because we have the biggest problem right now is North Korea. They got to get together on something because they're getting more and more aggressive and they're not backing down. And talking to them now is off the table. It's be a mess.
Well, if North Korea decides to do something, Trump's going to probably have a nuclear bomb on them. That'll be into that. So problem solved. He's not going to talk it out. He's going to press the button. And that's it.
And you don't think Hillary would have done the same?
No, Hillary would probably talk it out, like the Cuban Missile Crisis JFK did.
Hillary was a hawk when it came to war issues.
Right.
So.
Yeah,
she voted for everything as far as when it comes to this nation's security. She was a hawk when it comes to that. She was. I think she's definitely wasn't Bernie Sanders. She was more. I don't want to say right on it, but I mean she was more hawk. I mean hawkish is the word that everybody uses, so I'm going to keep using that word.
Okay.
But she was definitely she wouldn't have stood for this. She would draw a line in the sand, and that line in the sand would mean something. Unlike Obama's red line in the sand that Syria kept crossing, and then nothing happened. So I don't know. I think Trump. I don't think any president wants to push that nuclear button. Okay.
Okay.
But it is there as a deterrent for sure. Yeah. But what do you think if Korea nukes? I don't know. They're in reach of New Zealand right now. They are in reach of Guam. Yeah. We have lots of servicemen in Guam right now. Thousands and thousands of servicemen there. South Korea. He's not going to nuke South Korea because it's just too close to him. Right. But what if he does nuke like part of the Philippines or part of Japan or an island that we occupy or New Zealand or Australia?
It'd be World War III. Could we get involved?
Then what? Well, no. Is that what would your response be if this guy nuked somebody else? Right. Would you nuke him back?
Yes.
Yeah, I probably would.
There you go. So why you're talking like, oh, Trump has his finger on the button and he's going to fucking do this and that, and he's just Trump and he's warlike. That's basically how you're coming across, but you'd do the same thing.
If it was, yeah.
So when it comes down to it, it's an eye for an eye.
Yeah, pretty much.
So I mean, why are you having a problem with Trump then? You're like, oh, Trump's going to nuke him if he does anything.
It's the liberal way.
You would do the same thing.
It's a liberal thinking.
So you blame somebody else for what they would do, even though they would do the same thing you do. That's the problem with the liberal thinking. That's my whole problem.
Well,
what's your idea of Comey being fired? Should he have been fired?
Oh, we've had it like 20 times already. Like, that's the same thing. Like I told you. Has he been fired? Yes, he should have.
It's just that because Trump fired it, that's the problem. See, I don't understand that logic. It doesn't make sense to me.
Well, it's the new way of thinking.
Yes, no, and then you guys are just full of maybes.
It's the liberal thinking. It's new millennials.
That's flawed thinking to me.
If you're not doing your job, then you get fired. That's
a very flawed worldview of thinking to me. Where things should be black and white, and yes, there is gray, but that gray should be still defined.
Okay.
There shouldn't be more gray than there is black and white. In a liberal mind, there's definitely more gray than there is black and white.
Yep, because we're open-minded people. We talk things out.
No, I think I'm open-minded enough too. I'm talking things out right now.
Right.
I want to talk things out. I want to hear both sides, and then I form a logical, non-emotional opinion based later.
See, liberals are more emotional than conservatives.
Not true at all.
You don't think so?
No. You know who gives the most to churches and gives the most to charity across the board?
Yeah, conservatives.
Yeah. That's emotion.
It's religion. Emotion.
It's not necessary. It's not because of their religions forcing them to do it. It's because of their teachings and their thought process and their worldview that they see that as a good thing.
Because of a book.
Okay, well, whatever book it is.
Yeah. I mean, that's the way I see it.
I'm a conservative, and I'm a
libertarian.
I'm a libertarian, really, but I don't go to church.
Right.
So yeah. So what? Giving up your time, giving up money, giving whatever it is. But the more conservative-based people actually give to different charities than liberal left. Yes.
Right.
So you can't say they're not emotional because that's based on emotion.
Yeah, because you give a charity that you give to that's close to your heart. If whatever charity if it's a hospital or a school or whatever, there's some connection there that's maybe close to your heart, and that's what you give to.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of emotion when you do charity work.
Of course.
Now, a tax write-off or anything?
I've never written a tax off.
Yeah, I've never
for any of my
never written off
charities.
anything.
Okay. I know a lot of people who do that. So.
Yeah.
Well, there's a business side to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the way the system is rigged too. The system is there are loopholes for you to use to do that. But do businesses do charity
all the
stuff
time.
to get those write-offs? For sure.
All the time, yeah. I have
For
a
sure.
problem with that. That's the only thing.
Why?
Because you do it out of your heart, not for tax write-offs. You do just because you help someone in need. That I get the tax, I get more money afterwards. No, it shouldn't be like that. If you want to give something, give it out of your heart, not for tax
but
write-offs.
how do you know what's truly in their heart?
Well, we don't.
But because the system is that way, it's meant to give a tax write-off.
Right.
People are going to use that thing until you change the tax law,
Yep.
which Trump is trying to do,
Yeah, I
and he's
know.
actually trying to remove that
Yeah.
loophole that you're talking about. The only deductions are going to be, I think, for mortgages, and then there's one other. I think there's a couple deductions, but the whole and it's a percentage. You can't go if you go over a certain percentage for charitable donations. I don't think you get that back then either. So, but anyway, I just don't. I don't know. I don't know your view. I don't know your religious views at all.
All right.
So
It's personal.
well, we're talking about personal stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, Comey getting fired is a good thing. Maybe the timing is bad. Maybe the way he did it was bad. But so what? He was, and then obviously who Trump replaces him with is a bigger deal.
That's gonna be it. And then Sean Spicer might get replaced by Kimberly Garfunkel from Fox News.
Kimberly Garfunkel.
Or whatever her name is.
Guilfoyle?
Yeah.
I don't know. Who knows?
So
We'll see. Anyway, so what else is going on? We talked a little bit about hockey before.
yeah. The Ducks are tied.
The Ducks are tied in their series. It's game 2 tonight, I believe, for Ottawa and Penguins. Ottawa's up 1-0 in that. Like I said, I still think Penguins are the team to win it, even though they're down a game right now. I think they're the team to beat.
Okay.
I think they're too deep and too talented.
All right. And Ellis, who are you going for?
I think it'll come down to. I'm not really rooting, but I think it'll come down to Penguins and Ducks.
Okay.
I think the Ducks will pull it out, probably 7 again, and then the Penguins will come through out of the East.
We should make a little wager on that, like a drink or something. If it's Penguins and Ducks for the series.
I say it's going to be. I'll say. Well, first we have to pick a conference winner. So you guys are both picking Ducks.
Yeah.
I'm going to pick Nashville,
All right.
and I'm going to pick the Penguins.
Okay.
And then if it isn't, so we have to. Okay, so that's our bet now. Then
If
we have
it's
a Western Conference bet.
right.
But you guys are both picking Penguins, or you're going to pick Ottawa?
No, I'm picking Penguins.
Okay, so we're both picking. So we can't make a bet on
No, I'm
that.
saying if the Ducks play the Penguins in the Stanley Cup, then we
Then
make a
if
bet.
it's the Ducks and the
Yeah.
Penguins in the Stanley Cup, we'll make,
We'll
a bet.
yeah.
We'll make it worthwhile.
Right.
We'll wash each other's trucks or something like
There
that,
you go.
and not taking it to the place to go to.
Okay.
My truck doesn't fit anyway, so
Chinny Hills Car Wash.
Hey, that's a good call, Escalades.
yeah, I bought somebody a gift certificate there for her birthday last year, and her car was dirty as shit. So I did it as a joke, and then she never used it.
Oh, wow.
So now I want it back. If you're listening, you know who you are. Give me a fucking thing back.
Basketball game 7 tonight. Boston Celtics and the Wizards.
The Washington Bullets, right?
Yeah, Washington Bullets, old school, yeah. Hopefully Celtics pull it out. We'll see what happens.
Well, I read a stat today. I heard it on TV earlier that it's a Capitals, right? I keep calling them the Bullets, but it's Washington Capitals.
Wizards.
Wizards.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I'm still in
That's
hockey
hockey
mode.
mode, yeah.
Okay, Washington D.C. Capital or
Wizards.
did it again? Wizards. Who? The Wizard was in Westwood, man. How'd they get Wizards out of D.C.?
Because they felt Bullets was too negative because
Yeah.
with all the crime rate
Crime.
in D.C. back in the day and everything, so they wanted to soften it up. So they Wizards.
And they were the Bullets in Baltimore before, though.
Yeah.
So whatever.
Yeah, that was.
They should have kept the Bullets. So
yeah.
so the Bullets and the Celtics tonight. It's Game 7. I heard a stat today that in this series already, the games that have been at the Boston Garden, I think have all been double-digit wins for Boston.
Oh, cool.
So
Okay.
I guess the Capitals don't play well on the road. So I think Boston's going to win that one.
All right. And then the Spurs blew it last night. So disappointed.
Yep.
Man. Kyle Leonard, he got injured, and that just took the momentum out, and they choked.
Now, he's a big offensive guy or defensive guy?
Defensive, both. Yeah, but I think he's more defense than offense.
Okay.
And it proved it.
He's been first team all league defense, like I think 3 years in a row or something like that. So
that explains why they had a 23 point lead, and a defensive player gets hurt. That's why they lose. Okay, I wasn't sure when I saw it. I saw that, and we were just watching that foul a minute ago. Is that a hard foul? Is that a legal foul? Is that a? It's just a common thing. Was it a dirty play?
It's
the play by itself, not anything that player has done before.
I think that was just an accident. Like the timing, it just you're one place in the wrong time. It was an accident. It happened.
Yeah,
it's not a dirty play per se, but it's a kind of unspoken rule. The equivalent would be if you're getting under a receiver in football before the ball comes. You just don't do that. But it's a gray area there. He didn't give him a forearm shove or anything, but he was up under him a little bit. I've seen worse. But there's enough to talk about. I mean, I can't. It's not really malicious.
Under him though, he came down on his foot. It looked like, right?
Yeah.
Is that what happened?
Yeah. On the baseline, there's not much room there too. I mean, earlier in the game, he stepped back after making a three, and he stepped back one of his teammates' feet on the bench, and he twisted a little bit. So he was already.
Leonard did that earlier.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's on his own man. I mean, it's just one of those awkward plays. I don't think he did it on purpose. It's because he has a reputation. That's what made it a big deal.
The other guy had a reputation.
Yeah.
So then Popovich is the coach of the Spurs, right?
Yep.
He's been there a while, I think.
Yeah.
A well-respected coach and won championships and things, right? Okay. So he came off basically just berating that guy, calling him a dirty player, calling him a cheat, calling him cheap, everything like that.
Yeah.
Saying the league should look into it. It's an illegal foul, this and that and the other thing. And he's all pissed off, and rightfully so. You're one of your star players got hurt, right? But didn't he have? And I just heard this today. But was it Bowen or something like that?
Bruce Bowen.
That was on his team that was kind of a dirty player and did the same thing. So if you live by the sword, you die by the sword.
Used to foul the hell out of Kobe all the time.
So where does Popovich get off in making this stance that this guy's a dirty player when he had a dirty player himself?
He's just frustrated and blowing smoke.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, so once again, it's if we do it, it's all right. If somebody else does it against us, it's wrong. Got it. All right. We live in a world of double standards. I love it.
All right.
Anyway.
And the draft lottery is tomorrow, so for the NBA. So we'll see if the Lakers get the number 2 pick, if they get Lonzo Ball. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I think the Mavs are getting the number 1 pick, right? Is that what I read?
Hopefully.
They have a chance of
get like a 2 point. We'll probably get the 9th pick most likely.
Oh, I thought you had a chance of getting the number 1 pick.
We do, but I doubt it's going to happen.
Mathematically, not much of a chance. Yeah.
Is that how it works? It's all mathematical. It goes down to like
there's
win-loss record or what? I mean, how's the?
There's a bunch of ping pong balls, and if the teams that were the worst records have more of the balls in the pile, and then the teams that
it's a total lottery crapshoot thing.
Yeah. So,
all right. Well, why don't they just give the team with the worst record the first draft pick, like every other league?
I wish
that's how it should be.
Yeah, but they make it a little interesting with the how many balls you get. I guess
people gamble on it.
Probably
plays prop bets in Vegas for it.
There's probably some action.
Yeah. Remember, like 2 years ago, in Cleveland got like the number 1 draft pick like 3 years in a row, and I was like, okay, something's rigged there because that's not right.
Maybe their balls were lighter or heavier, depending on which end of the thing they come out of.
Let's just say the weather.
No. So is losing a player like that, like this Kawhi Leonard guy, is that's a big loss for San Antonio?
Yes.
That's like losing Steph Curry pretty much for Golden State.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, but don't injuries happen in the playoffs anyways? You're going to have players miss a game here or a game there?
Yeah.
For the most part? Or shouldn't your team be good enough and deep enough to at this stage going into they're trying to get in. Oh, this is already the Western Finals for them, right? Okay. So they're already in the Western. They're the last 2 teams in the West. Shouldn't they be deep enough at this point to overcome a loss here, a loss there for a game or 2?
They should be. I mean, that's what. You have Paul Gasol, you have LaMarcus Aldridge. They should be able to step up. It's the next man up usually.
Yeah, you should be good enough to close out. I mean, and they still had a chance to win the game because when Golden State got the lead, they almost choked it away.
Mm-hmm.
Now, turnover
is this Kawhi Leonard? Is he prone to getting injuries like this?
Not much.
Really, yeah.
Not much. He's pretty pretty sturdy.
He's pretty durable. He's not he gets hit on the wrist and he's out for the game, or a broken little finger and he's out for something.
No.
Okay. Because LeBron is never misses a game, right? In the playoffs, he's just durable and just okay. I mean, there's differences of, you go back to, what's his name, greatest of all time,
Michael
Jordan.
Jordan was always playing games.
Yep.
He was durable.
Yeah.
Now, was it because fouls weren't happening against him, or?
Oh no,
the
Detroit
boys,
Detroit had the Jordan rules.
Yeah.
They had a game plan just for him.
Yeah,
and he actually would in the off season bulked up so he can take the abuse come playoff time. I mean, but you have players that are cut from a different cloth like that. Mm-hmm. Jordan, Kobe, Kareem.
But Kobe seemed like he got hurt a lot too.
But he would suck it up.
I don't know, man. Didn't he always have his hand bandaged up or a toe, and he'd miss a game or miss? It seemed like he would miss a lot of time.
Very rarely.
Yeah.
I mean, he blew out his Achilles and limped out there and still hit 2 free throws. I mean,
true. So it won a case where he did, and then that probably even damaged his Achilles more, which cost him the whole basically next of the season or something, didn't it?
Yeah.
But I remember I thought he was missing a toe would get hurt or a finger would get hurt.
But that was Shaq. Shaq wasn't built like that. He was always injured.
Shaq came around for the playoffs.
Yeah.
Shaq would come on the camp overweight, and he would cut down during the season. But by playoff time, he was.
But there was also the hack of Shaq, where people were literally just physically going after Shaq.
He got
a lot more because he is a big man.
Yeah. It wouldn't show because he's so big, but he just got beat up on a daily basis.
All right. Well, I hope this guy comes back. I hope well. Good luck to him. But I still picked Golden State, so good. We're up right now. So
they're going to look good.
And then, all right. Cleveland, so they play again tomorrow. Tuesday they play.
Tomorrow. Yeah.
All right.
And then, so it'll probably be Golden State and Cleveland, maybe, or Boston and Cleveland, or Washington. Who knows?
Boston will give Cleveland a little bit of battle, but
they will.
Yeah, there won't be no sweeping. They'll give them a battle. Yeah. But Cleveland, now Cleveland's so well rested, it might be rusty the first game. That's the game you have a chance to steal. Just like last night with Golden State had rested, and Spurs came out and almost stole game 1.
Yeah.
And they're playing in Golden State.
Yeah.
First, and it goes 2-1-1-1, or is it still 2-3-2 or whatever?
They changed that. It's 2-2-1-1.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Actually, there were a couple of rebounds that the Spurs missed. If they got those, they still would have won. So they had many chances.
Yeah, it was still a close game. Wasn't it a 1 point or 2 point game or something?
Just 2 points. Yeah. Wow. But LaMarcus Aldridge oversaw it. And what are you doing? Pass the ball over. He had to be the hero and blew it for them.
Yeah, well. Anyway, what else we got going on?
Let's see.
We got music stuff coming up. We got a lot of concerts. U2's playing this weekend, I believe, at the Rose Bowl.
Billy Joel's playing at Dodger Stadium.
Already did. That was last weekend.
Yeah. That was last week, yeah.
It was Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah, my friend went to the shows. It was cool.
And then they have Tool's coming up.
Yeah, we said
Iron Maiden's coming up. And there's another one coming up, too.
Danzig's playing next week. Oh, yeah, the 27th.
They're still around?
Danzig, yeah.
Did you ever see the footage of him? What's the lead singer's name?
I don't know, but
Glenn Danzig. Yeah, when he gets knocked out. His name is Glenn Danzig.
Yeah.
And he gets knocked out in the back by somebody. Yeah, it's great footage. Full one-punch knockout. He's just flat out on the floor.
Yeah.
I don't know. What are they going to... Their tour... How long does their tour last?
It's only a day.
7 minutes? They play one song and leave?
Probably leave.
Come out and play Mother and hit the road?
That's it. Well, yeah, it's playing in Orange County somewhere.
All right.
I might go to that show. First show I've been to this year.
There's some good comedy coming up. Morongo has a comedy series. They're having Ron White and Marlon Wayans and further. So they're getting top headliner comedies. So that's pretty interesting.
Cool. Who's your favorite comedian?
Living
time
or
all time?
Richard Pryor.
Richard Pryor. You?
Yeah, I'd almost have to go. Man, I don't know. I'd say Pryor, Eddie,
Carlin,
Murphy, or I already said Murphy. So, yeah, George Carlin, Eddie Murphy, Richard Pryor. Why am I not thinking of his name? Sam Kinison, and I guess I throw Robin Williams in there a little bit, but he was real quick-witted. And then obviously I got to go back, and who he just died recently was
Dangerfield.
Don Rickles.
Rickles.
Oh,
Don Rickles, yeah.
Dangerfield's up there too. No respect. See, he still doesn't get respect. But no, yeah, I think probably Don Rickles. I'm gonna put Don Rickles up at number one spot just because he's been doing it for so long. Then Pryor, then Eddie Murphy, then Carlin, Kinnison, and Robin Williams in that order.
Nice. I'd probably go top 5.
It's funny how like a lot of like 4 of my guys are dead.
Right.
The only one I alive is Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy, yeah. Like I'd go Bob Saget, Dave Chappelle, George Carlin, Louis C.K., and probably there's one more. Drawing a blank right now. Oh, Eddie Griffin, he was okay. Yeah.
I forgot about Chappelle. Like alive, I'd have to go probably Chappelle. Well, Eddie Murphy still, but he's not really doing stuff anymore, so he's not active. So so Chappelle, Bill Burr.
Okay.
I do like Louis C.K., Jim Norton,
Yeah.
Joe Rogan. You know, there's some comedy guys out there that I really, but Bill Burr is definitely up there.
Okay.
There's a couple girl comics I like too. I like that Whitney Cummings. I think she's funny, and Eliza Schlesinger, I think her name is. And there's a Kate Q or something like that. I think her name is. She's pretty funny too. Joey Diaz. Got to give it up to Joey Diaz. I mean, that guy's hilarious, man.
What about Fluffy?
Gabriel Iglesias. He's funny. I don't know. There's a lot of them that are funny, but not a lot of them that like. I want like story. I want. Like, you can just tell jokes and it's one thing, but I want, like, if I can listen to your podcast, like Bill Burr has a podcast, Joe Rogan has a podcast, Joey Diaz has a podcast, I can sit into that and listen, and it's funny for me. Like, I can just catch 10, 15 minutes of it and get, like, that's funny. Listen to those guys just tell stories. I've been to the Comedy Store on, like, a, Tuesday night, Wednesday night thing where a lot of those guys are coming through there and they work on their stuff.
Yeah.
They're working on their hour sets or working on their new Netflix special or HBO special or whatever it is, And you get to see that work in progress, and it's free. Like, they all hang out on the patio outside and stuff, and you talk with people and stuff like that. So if I'm entertained with somebody, like somebody's just naturally funny, like sitting in the bar, kind of funny, I want to hear that person more than like going up and telling. So I was at the airport the other day, and guess what happened to me?
Yeah.
I can't. That kind of comedy is just not. I like the storytelling thing, and a lot of those old, like the comics we're talking about, told stories. Now George Carlin was a little more of a joke teller in a way, but he was still telling stories with it. Bill Burr tells great stories. So, but yeah.
Okay.
Oh, here's the thing. Yeah, Korn is coming up. Tool's coming up, and Iron Maiden's coming up. All within the end of the last week of June, first week of July.
That'd be good.
Def Leppard, June 14th. Korn is the June 21st. Tool is June 24th. Iron Maiden, July 1st. Orange County Funk Fest is coming up. And then they have right here, we can talk about what's local. The Steve McQueen car show right here at the Boys Republic.
Okay.
That's in Chino Hills right there. That's June 3rd.
Nice.
We have Newport Beach Jazz Festival's coming up. That's a good one to go to.
I've been to that one.
It's really good?
It's good, yeah.
Nice.
I saw Dave Cause at that one a few years ago.
And then, this coming weekend is Chris Stapleton and U2. And then we have the Temecula Valley Balloon and Wine Festival, if anybody is interested in that.
That's really good, actually.
I know, I've actually been down there.
Yeah.
It's a little pricey. We snuck in
Yeah.
one time. We snuck in through this like hill and back fence and stuff like that, and then it's all right. It's pretty cool food and stuff like that, but I mean, I'm not going up on a balloon, so.
Yeah, no.
I got a free pass one time because if you have the player's card at the Pachanga, you get so many points or whatever, and I got a little thing in the mail and went down there. It was cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
A lot of food and everything.
Also going on currently is what's on TV behind us is the Tour de California. So it's a bike race that they, it's like the Tour de France and stuff like that. And a lot of all these guys basically race in the Tour de France, so they're all top guys. And they'll be here on Thursday. They're racing from Ontario up to Baldy, but they actually race Ontario halfway up to Baldy, then across the hillside over to Glendora, down Glendora through Azusa, back up the hill, and all the way up to the ski resort in Baldy. And it's a big hill climb for them. I think they do 11,000 or 12,000 feet gained that day. They start
stages.
It's just one of their stages. And then it finishes on. I think next Saturday it finishes in Pasadena actually. So I think they race from. Then they have a time trial in Big Bear on Friday I think, and then Saturday I think is the finish in. Actually in Pasadena. I forgot where they're racing to, like from somewhere to Pasadena, but they're finishing in Pasadena.
Might finish at the Rose Bowl or something.
There you go.
Yeah, it's either downtown Pasadena or it might be at the Rose Bowl down there or something like that. But I know Big Bear, they have a time trial up there, and which will be at elevation and time trial where they just basically it's all out. So each one of these stages is like 100 miles, 100 plus miles. So they started in Sacramento yesterday or Sunday, I think they started. Either Saturday or Sunday they started, and then they worked their way down the coast, like San Luis Obispo, Santa Barbara area, and then they come down here and finish in Pasadena on this Saturday. So it's a fun race. Cool. I'll go out on Thursday, and I'm going to take pictures and stuff for up Euclid and stuff like that up in Ontario. Right just before they start getting up into the hills, I'll go up and take some pictures of them going by and stuff. So
that's cool.
Nice.
It'll be kind of fun. Yeah. So, yeah, that's the only thing going on.
Lance Armstrong.
Yeah, there you go.
The man who lied.
Yeah. You know, he would have got away with it too. He got that's a perfect example of somebody who just got greedy. Mm-hmm. Like, it's tough. I mean, I used to follow cycling like that a lot. So I used to always watch a Tour de France. I still watch a Tour de France. And, I mean, that's a tough race. That's 2,000 miles over 2 weeks, up and down hills. These guys, I think they lose something like, 15 to 20 pounds a day on the bike. Geez. They consume like 12,000 or 13,000 calories per day. Wow. And they still lose weight. Yeah. So you're consuming 12,000 calories a day and still losing weight. You're putting your body through a lot. So for the fact that anybody can win it once is amazing. Win it twice in a row, ridiculous, right? 3 times, wow, you're the best ever at this point. Yeah. Now, he went for what? It's 5 or 6 in a row or 7 or something like that. That's now all of a sudden, wait a minute, something's got to be a little fishy. That guy was getting full blood transfusions from people. Like they would have full blood transfusions available for him. So whatever, man. That guy's he just got caught up in it. So whatever.
It's just money.
Yeah, exactly. So let me ask you this. I this kind of came up in my news feed. Okay. I guess Tim Allen had a show recently that was called Last Man Standing.
Yep.
It was the number 2 comedy on ABC in the current ratings, I guess. And they canceled him. Yep. And a lot of people think that he got canceled because he was on Jimmy Kimmel a month or 2 ago about, and he mentioned that he went to the inauguration for Trump. He did a thing with, I guess, Gary Sinise and some other people for the vets, and they went to support that and stuff like that. And then he basically said, well, you got to be careful what you say, or in this town, meaning Hollywood, that, you know, it's like 1930s Germany in here with what you say. So how everybody's watching and listening, and if you don't agree with them, you're not in step with everybody else, you're going to get ostracized. Yeah. And then a few months later, his show gets cut and canceled. So is he canceled because of his conservative views, or is he canceled because the show wasn't doing well? But when it's a number 2 comedy on the network,
no, I think I didn't get canceled because it's not it's the conservative views, because it's a conservative show. I believe when I got canceled, it's not picking the Hollywood style. But there's a lot of people with a lot of conservatives in Hollywood too. So, but majority of it's liberal. But there's just some people like Mark Wahlberg, like he's obviously conservative or not, but he's probably like independent. But he has some conservative views.
He's probably more independent.
Tim Allen, he's conservative. Vince Vaughn's conservative.
Yep.
And they're still making, well, I don't know if Vince Vaughn's doing anymore, but they're still Hollywood A actors.
Yeah.
So, but honestly, I think they did get canceled because of political views. That's what I think.
Because he played a conservative on the show.
Yeah.
And that was also part of it. He played a very conservative, like, was he a sporting goods owner or something like that, of a sporting good, like in the Midwest or something like that, and dealing with his kids and wife and different things like that. And so there were some things on the show that were definitely portraying conservative values. And he had them doing it. But if you're the number 2 comedy on your network, I don't know why you're getting canceled. You're getting 8.3 million viewers a week, and you're getting canceled. That's, I don't know, man.
That's something.
I never watched it.
Me either. But my friends were like pissed because all my friends, they watched it and they were mad as heck. I guess it's Hollywood liberals.
I don't think I watch anything that's, if it's on the big 3, so CBS, NBC, and ABC. I don't think I watch anything on those networks except sports.
Yep.
I can't think of any news shows or any like talk shows, or I mean, maybe I'll catch like some Kimmel or some Jimmy Fallon, something like that every once in a while, or maybe I'll catch a little bit of Saturday Night Live. But any comedy or any like, I don't know, they still have dramas like Law and Order type stuff or anything like that. I don't watch any of those. I don't watch those channels.
Me either.
My time spent watching cable, man. I
Yeah.
watch sports and I watch like history stuff and I watch shows about cars and I don't know, medical stuff, First 48, like all that kind of, weird stuff. So, I don't know.
Reminds me of a certain incident years ago. It's a little different subject, but kind of along the same lines. Arsenio Hall's show was on a good flow and it was a high-rated show. He got on Louis Farrakhan, show, gone. See ya.
Yeah.
That's kind of the same thing.
But having a conservative, do you think having a conservative value, who is the majority of the country, has been raised in churches, is in the middle of the country, the majority of the people are basically blue collar working, and when you're portraying that, when you're actually portraying somebody that is that, versus Farrakhan's very, that's an extreme.
Yeah.
So when you express yourself to an extreme, then that's definitely isolating more than I think the conservative middle, or the I don't know.
It was something unpopular.
Not even call it blue collar. When you call it blue collar, don't call it conservative. When you're a blue collar, every day, go to work, own your own small business kind of thing, when your show's about that versus going with. And our Arsenio Hall show, it's a completely different type of show.
Yeah.
This is a comedy. His is a talk show where he's bringing. He's allowed to bring different people on.
But he did something unpopular, and powers that be didn't like it, and out you go.
Yeah, I never remember what his ratings and stuff were though. So, but then didn't he just make a comeback recently?
Briefly,
He had a
briefly.
show on again recently for a very short time or something
He
like
got
that.
canceled again.
Yeah, well,
But he's still doing well. I mean, he's eating good. So I mean,
yeah, I haven't seen. I don't think the last thing I saw with him was that AIDS tape he did with Magic Johnson.
Oh, that was a good one. Yeah.
Like when Magic Johnson came out and said he has AIDS, and then they did like this tape that you can go to Blockbuster and stuff and rent it for free because it was a information. I forget what that's called. Public
service announcement.
Public service PSA, public service announcement thing, and they did this whole like 30-minute whatever it was, like AIDS video with the two of them. So, and then Bill Clinton playing the saxophone on his show.
Yeah.
That's all I remember from him.
Popular. I remember like last time I saw him, Kendrick Lamar was on there, and Suge Knight was on there. That was last time I saw him. But
I don't know. I mean, I've never heard of. I didn't even know Tim Allen had a new show on. So I wasn't.
I had seen it once or twice, and it seemed like an okay show.
so,
Yeah, I didn't. I mean, when I read today that it was canceled, I was like, oh well, I guess he had a show. I mean, I've seen him on Jay Leno's YouTube channel talking about cars and stuff, but I never knew he had a current show. So, oh well. The other thing, speaking about Hollywood and actors, Powers Booth died. You might not know, but you don't know who Powers Booth is? He played. You ever seen the movie Tombstone?
yeah.
He played the leader of the Cowboys.
Okay. Oh, okay.
So
okay.
and he goes like. He says, "I'm what you might call the founder of the feast," and then his other line is when he goes, "Oh, look at that! It smelled like somebody died." And he goes, "Well, bye." And he goes, "It's a great line." He's been in a lot of movies. He's a really good character actor. He's done a lot of stuff. I can't think of what he did. He played Jim Jones in like a Jim Jones thing back in the 60s or 70s, I think. Originally, he was actually a conservative actor too.
Okay.
And his family actually asked, and it's funny I mentioned this, but his family asked for any donations and things instead of the family or flowers and stuff like that to give to the Gary Sinise Foundation, which is the foundation I think that Tim Allen was with at the inauguration. Gary Sinise does a lot for vets and charities and stuff like that. He was Lieutenant Dan in Forrest Gump. If you don't know who Gary Sinise is, but ever since he did Forrest Gump, I think he learned a lot about. He did because he got into the history of vets, and he's done a lot for vets ever since then.
Wounded warriors and all that.
Wounded warriors, yeah, he does some, but he has his own foundation that's really good. And him and what's his name? He's the Italian guy that's on that Criminal Minds, and Chaz Palminteri. Chaz Palminteri is the one who does a lot of stuff with Gary Sinise as well. So, but yeah, Powers Booth passed away 68 or something like that, I think. He was a really good actor. A lot of stuff he was in I liked.
Yeah,
he was in the Avengers. I think he was in Avengers something, but then he was also in the second Captain America movie. Okay, the Winter Soldier one. Yeah, he's like one of the heads of like when all the heads of the people are up on a screen, and like what's his name's talking to him.
Samuel Jackson, Bucky.
Yeah, I can't think of Samuel Jackson's
Fury?
character. Yeah, Nick Fury's talking to all those like panels, and they're all supposed to be all over the world.
Okay.
He's one of the
He's
guys.
one of them.
He's
Okay.
one of those guys.
Okay.
And I think he's in the Avengers too, where they're talking to him, where they're on the flight deck and the first one.
Yeah.
He's been, and he had a recurring role. He was on the Shield for a while, or the Avengers Shield show.
Yeah.
He was on that too. So he's done a lot of work. You definitely recognize his voice, or definitely recognize him if you've seen him. But yeah, he passed away. He was a great actor. So
Yeah, it was.
anyway, we got
movies are coming up. But Wonder Woman's coming up June 2nd.
there you go.
Cannot wait for that.
That was
When is it? June 2nd?
June 2nd, yeah.
And the Alien Covenant, still
Yeah.
waiting. That's the one I want. I'm a big Alien fan. Love those movies.
What do you think about Prometheus?
About Prometheus?
Yeah.
I like the concept. I think the execution was lacking.
Okay.
Does that answer your question?
Yep.
Okay. Good.
No, because like a lot of people, it was like way over the heads, and so
No, because I'm a big Aliens fan,
Right.
I liked it and I knew where they were going with it, and I followed along with it.
yeah.
If I wasn't an Aliens fan, then I could see how that got lost in like, oh wait, is that an alien thing? Is that what's going on here? People didn't know. Some people thought it was a like a
Prequel.
sequel. Like it didn't realize it was a prequel.
Right.
They thought it was after the alien stuff. And
okay.
what they didn't realize is it was the full on prequel.
Right.
And the next one's even the full on prequel
Yeah.
still. So it's because the next one is billed as they're the first ones to go out and colonize.
Right.
So this is now after. And this has the same. I know Michael Fassbender's in it. He's the one that played the android in the first one. And the girl that was in the first one, she's in this, but she's only in it in flashbacks of the android's character.
Okay.
So yeah, that's coming out this weekend actually. May 19th is Alien Covenant.
Nice.
We have Baywatch coming out with Dwayne Johnson and Zac Efron.
Yeah. My friend's in that movie, so I'm going to see it just to see her.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Pirates of the Caribbean, the final one, I guess, what they're saying. What number is this?
Like, no,
5,
6.
Five or 6. So that's coming out May 26th, it looks like here. What else we have coming up here? Some things I've never heard of. Be Afraid. Never heard of it.
No.
Wonder Woman, there you go, June 2nd.
June
Wonder
2nd.
Woman.
Who's playing Wonder Woman? Who's...
Gal Gadot from
Gal
Fast and
Gadot.
Furious.
Yeah, she was in the Fast and Furious. She was in the Superman versus
okay.
Batman.
Okay,
She played
cool.
Wonder Woman in that.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
But she's
yeah.
She's hot.
she is definitely that. Let me see, pull up images of Wonder Woman here. See if they get a good shot of her.
And then that movie, King Arthur's movie, I guess, that bombed like majorly today.
Something the sword, the stone, or whatever it was. Guy Ritchie directed it.
They said they spent more money on that movie than making Wonder Woman. I was like, whoa, that sucks.
But it's not. I don't know. I like Guy Ritchie a lot. I like his movies a lot. But here you can I'm going to show him the girl playing Wonder Woman there.
Yeah, that'll work.
That's wonderful.
That's
wonderful.
I think she got a lot of crap because she was too skinny and all that stuff. She didn't have any boobs. I mean, she's a perfect pick for me. And she's a real Israeli soldier, so it's like that's perfect.
She actually is. She is born in Israel. Has definitely. When you, I think, turn 15 there, or 16, I think you have to go to. You serve a minimum service.
No, she's doing it justice. That's
so you have the new Mummy coming out with Tom Cruise,
God,
which isn't. I guess it's not a remake of the Mummy, like the ones with what's his name
Brendan
and stuff
Fraser?
in it. Yeah, I guess it's just its own new movie.
Okay.
So, but it still just doesn't land like whatever.
It's and then it's coming out too.
It?
Yeah, they're remaking that.
Oh, really?
That's going to be good.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be good.
I like the original. I like with Kurt Russell. That's a good movie.
That's going to be good.
There's some stuff here coming out. Cars 3, there you go. Some stuff coming out I've never heard of. Transformers. Oh, new Transformers movie.
Yeah.
Oh, yay. That to look forward to.
The greatest actor of all time is in that movie. My favorite actor, being biased.
The greatest actor of all
I said
time?
being biased. Yeah, it's Mark Wahlberg.
Laura Haddock or Gemma Chan? Oh, Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah.
Exactly. I think he's a good actor. I wouldn't say he's a great actor.
What do you think, Ellis?
He's a good actor. Yeah, he's a solid actor.
Like, what has he done that's Academy Award winning actor wise?
Rockstar.
The what?
Rockstar with Jennifer Aniston.
You think he should have won an Academy Award for
Have you
playing
seen-
Rockstar?
Yeah, have you seen that movie?
Yes, I've seen that
It was
movie.
a great movie.
I don't know about Academy Award.
No?
I don't know. No.
Okay, so we have Leonardo DiCaprio with The Revenant. That's like
I
Matt
don't
Damon.
think Leonardo DiCaprio didn't deserve to win The Revenant.
You didn't think so?
No, I don't think so. I think anybody could play that role.
Okay.
I think a role for Oscar to win Best Actor, you should definitely set that role apart where nobody else could have played it that way.
Okay.
Anybody could have played that role like Leonardo DiCaprio did. Okay, anybody could have played the rock star like Mark Wahlberg did.
Okay. And
Leo could have played that role. They could have switched those characters.
roles.
Leo could have played the rock star,
no.
and yeah, he could have. And Mark Wahlberg could have played Leo's character in the Revenant. It's not like I just don't see. I think the better Wahlberg brother is the other brother.
Donnie?
Yeah, I think that's the one.
Yeah, Donnie.
Yeah.
He's on that he's on a show on CBS, some cop show or something like that. But he's a good actor.
What, Hawaii 5-0? Wow.
No, not Hawaii Five-0. It's some something
Blue Bloods.
Blue Bloods, yeah.
Blue Bloods.
It's with Tom Selleck and
Yeah.
somebody
Okay.
else. Yeah. He's a good actor on that.
Okay. Well, that's it? Oh, you know.
No, he's been in other stuff.
I know
too,
that,
but
yeah.
I'm just saying that's what he's in currently,
Right.
like a recurring role he has currently.
Yeah.
The other actor I think is a much better. The brother is a much better actor than the other brother. Is Casey Affleck.
Okay, then Ben Affleck. Okay.
Casey Affleck is a great actor. Ben Affleck is like,
He's okay. He had he's coming up. I mean, he bombed. He killed Daredevil. We killed that franchise. But he saved
well,
Batman.
no. I mean, Daredevil got Didn't Daredevil become? No, he wasn't Daredevil, was he?
Yeah.
Oh, what's the other one that just came out?
Batman vs Superman.
No, what's the other one? The guy that dresses in red.
Oh, Deadpool.
Deadpool. Oh, Deadpool.
Yeah, that's Ryan
Daredevil.
Reynolds.
Whatever.
Yeah.
We'll start with a D. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did kill Deadpool. But then didn't they do a Deadpool TV show
Well, yeah.
recently?
That's on Netflix. So.
Oh, okay. Oh, whatever. Also, July 14th, War of the Planet of the Apes.
Oh yeah.
I'm also a huge Planet of the Apes fan.
Yes. James Franco's not in that. I was kind of disappointed in that.
He wasn't in the second one either.
Nope. But he had cameos in it, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah, he probably got too high for it.
Freaks and Geeks, man. That's a
Yep,
classic.
that's true. They, Freaks and Geeks was pretty good.
That's a great show. Freaking one season, that's bull crap.
But yeah, I don't think my Mark Wahlberg's good. I liked him in Fear.
Okay, yeah.
That's the one with, I think it was Reese Witherspoon and
Yeah.
him in it. He was a really good actor in that. And he was young in that, too. That movie was done a long time ago. Mm-hmm. He was really good in that. And that's the first movie I thought, man, he's a good actor. I do like him in movies.
Right.
I'm not saying I don't. I just don't buy him in, like, the Transformers thing's just weird to me. Like, I don't buy that character. Like, I have this hot fucking daughter and, like, this goofy friend and I build stuff in my garage, and then I just didn't. Wasn't it Johnny Knoxville was his friend or something in the first one?
I think so. Yeah.
Was it
I think the other
Knoxville?
Transformers. I think it was Johnny Knoxville or something. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't him. I don't know. But it was some goofy character like that. I just couldn't buy. I don't buy him as that character.
Well, he had some movies. Like The Fog. That was like a horrible movie he was in. And
Yeah, I never saw that one.
Shyamalan. It was just stupidest ending. But
Was he in more than one M. Night Shyamalan movie or not?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think he was.
I don't think so either. But then I don't know what else was he in that was like
That
good.
was good. Let's see, he had that. Oh, Invincible was really good.
Invincible's great. That
Okay.
may have been that's a better acting job than Rockstar.
Then you had I like Pain and Gain. That was hilarious to me.
Pain and Game was funny. I
Yeah.
liked it was based on a
Yeah,
true story.
Yeah, yeah.
That movie is based on a true story. It's
Yeah.
called Him and the Rock
Yeah.
and who's it?
The black dude from 8 Mile, the Avengers guy. The
Oh yeah. That's who it was.
What's his
I
name?
can't think of his name at all.
What's the one where he was a porn star? I can't think of the name of the movie.
That's the Jesus.
Oh,
And he plays a character with my name, and I can't think of it. Oh my gosh, not John either. It's my last name. He plays or Dirk Diggler, but then he becomes the Brock something or whatever
Yeah.
in the other series they do. It's what's the hell the name of that movie?
I actually thought that was a decent movie. I thought that was an okay movie.
then you had what else movie he was in?
I can't think of the name of the movie. He did the movie where he was just recently he did the one where he was like out in the ocean drilling for oil and something.
yeah.
I never saw that one.
I didn't see that one either.
He did the one where he was like cartel or something like that, where he had to go and like
Contraband.
Contraband. That
Yeah.
one was all right. I mean, I was entertained by it, but I wasn't. I mean, but that's the kind of role he plays. He's not like I don't know. But there are definitely some movies that he I'm gonna look him up right now. But
Saying-
Boogie Nights.
Boogie Nights.
Boogie
That's
Nights,
it.
okay.
God, how could we forget that? Oh, The Fighter. Great
Yeah,
movie.
great
The Fighter.
movie,
That's,
yeah.
that's a great. That may be. See, that's a good acting job. See, even Lone Survivor.
That was a
Love the
great
movie,
movie.
but didn't. I mean, it's not really accurate, but I just
Go
didn't.
to Hollywood, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, if we go back to his.
Then he had the rapping version.
So yeah,
Great
Fear.
vibrations.
Oh, he's in the Basketball Diaries.
That's a good movie.
Then Fear. These are early, and then Boogie Nights was his big break hit. I would say. Then Three Kings.
That was a good movie too.
Some stuff I've never. Perfect Storm. He was good in. Rockstar. There you go. Planet of the Apes.
That was a bad movie.
That
That
was
was
bad.
a bad.
See, that was a bad Planet of the Apes movie right
Yeah.
there.
I've seen that one.
Yeah, I think that was
That's
bad.
the Planet of the Apes movies that is forgotten from the Planet of the Apes
Yeah.
trilogy, is what we know, or it's not just a trilogy, but it's even more than that actually now.
Basketball Diaries was a good movie. I remember that. That's when Leonardo DiCaprio was young.
Yeah.
Really young. That was a good movie.
Oh, Italian Job.
That was a
Truth
good
About
movie.
Charlie. Italian Job I like. Four Brothers was.
That was great.
Departed.
That
He
was
had
a
a
good
small part, but here's the thing: that you could have replaced Leonardo DiCaprio and him in both those roles.
And you played
And
Jack
Leonardo
Nicholson too in that movie.
Yeah, Jack Nicholson. But the Leonardo and Mark Wahlberg roles could have
Right.
been swapped.
Okay.
And you wouldn't. It would have
Same
been just.
difference.
The movie would have been just as good.
Right.
Yeah, Invincible. Oh, We Own the Night. That's another. Like he has a small part in that. Actually, I just saw that recently. So even like Departed, he has a small role. We Own the Night, he has a small role. I mean, he's got a bigger role, but that's actually a really good movie. It's with he's in it, and Joaquin Phoenix is in it, and it's about like Russian mobs taking over like New York, like coke and stuff in nightclubs in the like 70s.
And
It's
then,
really good.
What The Gambler?
The Shooter, he was
Shooter,
in.
yeah, great
Shooter's a great
movie.
movie. I was
So-
in Russia when that came out. My friends went and saw it without me. I was pissed off. The Happening. Is that an M. Night Shyamalan movie?
Yeah,
maybe?
Yeah, that
it
is.
was in my
So that
time.
is he
Yeah.
did do two of them then, didn't he?
That's a decent movie. They have
Yeah.
So yeah, Happening is
It's kind of a freaky movie. That's a good movie.
and then Max Payne.
Good movie. If you like video
Other
games.
guys sucked. That's him
His
and Will
Will Ferrell-
Ferrell.
Will Ferrell
act-
killed it.
Stupid cops.
Yeah.
Fighter good. Obviously Entourage stuff.
Yeah.
Date Night he was in. It's small that Paul apart. Oh, Ted's were the Ted movies are
Ted's.
funny.
Yeah, those are funny.
Contraband, Pain and Gain, Lone Survivor I mentioned. Broken City, never heard of it. Two Guns, I actually was I was very entertained by that movie.
Yeah.
It's him and
Denzel.
Denzel Washington. I actually like that movie. The Gambler I haven't seen yet.
It's okay. It's good. I think it's okay. Like 7 out of 10.
All right.
It's decent.
So Transformers, yeah, Gambler, Ted 2, Entourage movie, Daddy's Home, didn't see it.
That was
Patriots Day
pretty
was
funny.
good. Patriots Day was a great
Yes.
movie.
So he's a fan.
Oh no, I am a fan. Deepwater Horizon was the one I was thinking of, where he's the oil driller guy or whatever. So now Transformers coming out. Daddy's Home 2 is coming out.
Okay, that might be a flop.
Mile 22, Home Invasion, and All the Money in the World, they're all question marks on him. So he's definitely done some stuff I like. I'm not saying that. I just don't think he's
An Academy Award.
I don't think
winner.
he's an Academy Award caliber actor.
Okay.
And I think he'd be all right with that.
Well, yeah.
I
He
think
has
he'd go.
money,
I think
yeah.
he'd be like, yeah, I'm not taking those kind of roles. I think he could. I think some of those, like Invincible, could have been, and it could have been considered in there. You know, like he was a great job in that movie.
Yeah.
But not for Transformers.
But no, no.
Not for playing a backup singer.
Right.
You know,
Good.
not for the Foreigner story or Journey story, whoever it is that they basically tried to rip off.
Fuck, sure. Damn.
Yeah,
Still a great movie.
that's a really good movie. There's a lot of people in that movie that people don't realize who all the other actors are in that movie. I can't think of the other guy. It's just the other singer guy is like a really known good actor now. He's married to Fergie.
Oh,
I don't know why I know that. This is such a stupid piece of information that I have in my head. How the fuck do I know who's married to Fergie? I can't think of his name, but I know that information.
I'll give him props for that.
There's a lot of stupid shit here. I can't think of his
I ain't mad
name.
about that.
He was in. He did that television show where he was like a marshal or something like that down in the hollers of like in the South, like in Kentucky or something like that. Something Justice or
Justified? No.
Justified. Yeah, the main actor in Justified.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
What's his name?
I
I think that's him.
yeah, he was in The Girl Next Door.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
Timothy Oliphant.
Okay.
I think now I may be wrong. I believe Timothy Oliphant. I know Timothy Oliphant was in
Rockstar.
I think he played the other singer, the one he replaced or something like that. But I believe Timothy Oliphant is married to Fergie. Okay. I'm gonna find out right now.
Now he's Mr. Fergie.
Hey, but good for him. Fergie's on.
Well, he has 3 kids. And he's been married since 1991. So let's see if it's him.
I don't think that's him. Then.
I don't think it's him either. No. It's fucked up.
This is what we do, people.
Yep. Let's see. I can't see it on here. Very good friends with Conan O'Brien. Blah 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 blah.
And The Girl Next Door is a good movie, by the way.
Okay, well, let me see if it's him that's in. First of all, that's in. Oh yeah, he played Hitman. God, who is the guy that I'm thinking of that's married to Fergie? I just want to make sure that this is the guy that's in your Rockstar movie. Well, we're spending a lot of time on Rockstar, dude.
Yeah.
Stop Loss, Hitman, Live Free or Die, Catch and Release, Deadwood, My Name is Earl, Girl Next Door, Dreamcatcher. Head over here, Rockstar. There you go. He played Rob Malcolm in the Blood Pollution guitarist. Okay. So now let me see if he's married to Fergie. My thing's gonna die. There's some actor married to Fergie. Maybe it's just one of those guys that get confused with him. It's gonna be fucking funny when it's totally somebody different. Right. Josh Duhamel, she's married to.
Oh, wow. Okay. We're way off.
Well, they look alike. They totally look alike. Look, okay.
All right.
So that's Josh Duhamel.
Okay.
Okay. Now let me show you the other guy. Okay, we don't need silence, by the way.
All right. Well, let's say something, man. Come on.
Talk to me. Timothy.
What's going on this weekend? You have any lady friends? What's going on? It's only Monday, but still.
I have to work Saturday, Sunday, so about any friends this weekend.
Okay. And then one of my friends is leaving the spot, getting roasted on the 18th.
This Thursday, that's going to be a big night.
Yeah.
That's going to be a big well-to-do there.
I might call it. I don't know yet. No. And
tell me they don't look alike.
Okay, yeah, they do look alike.
I can tell you that's Josh Duhamel, and you'd be like, oh, that's the same guy you just showed me.
All right. No, they do look alike.
They look a lot alike.
Yeah.
They clearly look a lot alike.
Sorry, Fergie.
I mean, full on. Okay, which one's that?
That's Fergie's husband.
You sure?
I'm positive.
Ellis?
That's not the Fergie husband.
That is the Fergie husband.
It is? Yeah, see? It's the mole, dude.
So what's he been in then? I think he was in that show like Las Vegas or something, wasn't he?
Oh, he was in Las Vegas, yeah.
The one with James Caan?
Oh, you know what I'm thinking of? He's the one in Transformers with Mark Wahlberg.
Oh, wow. Ooh. It's totally the whole 360.
There we go. He was in Safe Heaven, Life as We Know It, When in Rome, Transformers, Battle. Let me just pull up his.
He's the army dude, yeah.
It was a connection. We just have to find it. That's all.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he's been in like all the Transformers movies.
Yeah.
He was. That's funny. That's what made me think of it. So they both work with Mark Wahlberg. That's the thing.
Right.
Mark Wahlberg probably called him the opposite name too. He's like, "Hey, Josh. Hey, Tim." Oh, fucking wrong guy. So what has this guy been in? He's been in Ed, Win a Date with Tad Hamilton, Turistas, Transformers, Crossing Jordan, TV, Las Vegas, 106 episodes, Transformers. A lot of romantic comedy stuff here I've never seen. When in Rome, Romantics, Roman and Beast, I don't know, Life as We Know It. Looks like a lot of stuff here. New Year's Eve he was in. He was the voice in some stuff. He hasn't done a lot, actually. I mean, he's done a lot, but not like he does a lot of voice stuff, actually.
That for the money is kind of.
He does a lot of cartoon, a lot of voice stuff,
voiceover stuff.
Yeah, like the Cars movie, or he's in that Flight movie or whatever it is. It's like Cars with planes.
Okay.
And then Lost in the Sun. Yeah, Call of Duty. He did voice for that, and then he's got some other stuff coming up. But that's
All right, so I made a connection to.
So there, I still made a Mark Wahlberg connection. I brought it back for you, just
there
for you.
There we go. Thank you.
Because you're in charge of his fan club.
All right.
So. Anyway. So, I guess we're kind of wrapping it up.
All right.
Like I said, we got some things to do, some concerts to go to, some events to watch, and talked about some actors and shit. Once again, Havoc Pools, thanks for helping us out and hopefully getting our name out there. and my battery's running low, so we got to close this out.
right.
And that's pretty much it, man.
I'm Brandon.
Ellis.
And I'm John, once again, for Hardheaded Productions podcast. Thanks for listening to episode 16. Also, we have an extra episode coming up this week. Special guest in the house on Thursday, so look forward to that. I'm not going to spoil it for you.
We're out.